The Moon Who Loved Butterflies. Once upon a time, in the vast velvet sky over the gentle hills of a quiet village, there lived a moon unlike any other. She was round and radiant, silver as the petals of the rarest flower, and every night she watched over the world with a soft and caring gaze. She saw everything: the giggles of children, the rustle of animals in the forest, and the hush of sleepy meadows. But what the moon loved most of all was the dance of butterflies. Now, you might wonder, how could a moon love butterflies? After all, butterflies are creatures of the sun, fluttering in meadows and gardens under golden rays. But this moon, our moon, had a secret. Every night, when the world was quiet and the stars blinked awake, she dreamed of butterflies. She imagined their delicate wings, painted with colors she had never seen, and wondered how it might feel to feel the brush of those wings, lighter than a whisper, against her glowing face. One evening, as dusk melted into night, the moon noticed something unusual. A single butterfly with wings as blue as morning sky rested on a daisy, shivering in the chill. The moon sent a gentle beam of silver light down, hoping to comfort the little creature. To her surprise, the butterfly fluttered its wings and looked up, as though it could see the moon smiling down. From that night on, the moon waited for the butterfly to appear. Sometimes she would find it perched on a flower, sometimes floating near the edge of the forest, and sometimes she would only catch a glimpse of blue wings in the moonlit shadows. Each time she sent her softest light to guide and warm the butterfly, and each time the butterfly seemed to dance just for her. But as the days grew shorter and the air turned crisp, the moon noticed that the butterfly came less and less. She worried, for she knew that butterflies were creatures of warmth and sunlight, and she wondered what she could do to keep her friends safe and happy. She asked the breeze, who whistled through the trees, but the breeze only replied, "Butterflies must follow the sun, dear moon. Their journey is written in the wind." The moon felt a pang of loneliness, but she did not give up. Instead, she used her gentle light to paint pictures in the night sky, images of flowers, meadows, and swirling butterflies. The stars twinkled in delight, and soon all the animals of the forest began to look up each night to watch the moon's stories unfold. One night, when the world was draped in a thick blanket of fog, the moon heard a tiny voice drifting up from the earth below. It was the blue butterfly, shivering and lost, unable to find its way home. The moon's heart ached for her friend. She gathered all her courage, and with a deep breath, she shone her brightest, casting a silver path through the mist. The butterfly, seeing the shimmering trail, fluttered upwards following the moon's light. Higher and higher the butterfly flew, until it reached the very edge of the sky. The moon reached down with a beam of light as gentle as a lullaby, and for one magical moment, the butterfly landed right on the moon's glowing face. The moon felt a tickle, softer than anything she had ever known, and the butterfly felt warm and safe, held in the moon's loving glow. From that night on, whenever the moon shone bright, butterflies would gather in the meadows and gardens below, dancing in the moonlight. They knew that the moon was their friend, and if ever they were lost or lonely, her gentle light would guide them home. And the moon, who had once only dreamed of butterflies, now had 1,000 fluttering friends to keep her company, every night and forevermore. So whenever you look up at the night sky and see the moon shining bright, remember the story of the moon who loved butterflies. Perhaps, if you listen very carefully, you'll hear the softest whisper of wings and know that somewhere a butterfly is dancing just for her. And so, the moon and her butterflies lived on, together in a world of shimmering light and gentle dreams, where every night is filled with wonder and every dream takes flight on silvery wings. But the story doesn't end there, for in the heart of the village below, a curious child named Mia watched the moon every night from her window. Mia loved butterflies too, and would spend her afternoons chasing them in the meadow, laughing as they darted and dipped through the air. Sometimes she would tell them stories, hoping they would carry her words up to the moon. One evening, as Mia sat by her window, she noticed something extraordinary. A group of butterflies had gathered in the garden, their wings shining in the moonlight. Mia stepped outside, careful not to startle them. The butterflies danced around her, swirling and twirling, as if inviting her to join their midnight ballet. Mia closed her eyes and spun with the butterflies, feeling the cool night air and the gentle touch of wings on her cheeks. She felt as if she too could fly, up, 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 all the way to the moon. And in that moment, she understood the secret of the moon and the butterflies. Friendship can bridge any distance, even from the earth to the sky. From that night on, Mia became the moon's storyteller. She would gather the village children and share tales of the moon and her butterfly friends, of adventures in the sky and meadows lit by shimmering silver. The children listened in awe, their eyes wide with wonder, and soon the whole village looked up at the night sky with new eyes. And high above, the moon glowed brighter than ever, surrounded by a cloud of butterflies, their wings painting the night with hope and joy. The moon knew that as long as there were kind hearts and curious souls, her story would live on, fluttering from one dream to another, lighting up the world with the magic of friendship. So, next time you see a butterfly resting in the moonlight, remember the moon who loved butterflies, and know that love and friendship can travel farther than you can ever imagine, across meadows, through the sky, and all the way to the moon and back. In the quiet moments before sleep, when the world is still and the stars twinkle above, listen closely. You might hear the gentle laughter of the moon and the butterflies, sharing their secrets with all who believe in the magic of dreams. And so, the moon, the butterflies, and the children of the village lived happily, their hearts forever connected by the silvery thread of wonder, curiosity, and love that glows in the night and guides us all home. As the seasons changed and the village grew, the moon continued to watch over her butterfly friends. She saw new butterflies hatch and take flight, each one more beautiful than the last. She saw children grow up, always looking up at her with smiles and stories. Sometimes, on especially bright nights, the butterflies would form shapes in the sky, hearts, stars, and once, even the shape of a smiling moon. The moon felt a happiness so deep it shimmered all the way down to earth. She had learned that even those who seem far apart can share a bond that glows brighter than the brightest star. Through dreams, through stories, and through the gentle dance of butterflies, the moon's love touched every corner of the world below. And so, dear listener, whenever you see a butterfly flutter by, or the moon shining high above, remember the story of the moon who loved butterflies. For in every flutter, in every glow, there is a little bit of magic, waiting for you to dream, to wonder, and to believe. The end.